Hello, this is Unknown Boy Cat, and welcome back to another SNKRX video. Last time I was playing, I got a pretty strong army. Like a real strong army of sorcerers that were just ruling the world. They were defeating every boss with ease. I was getting so lucky. I had so many sorcerers that I didn't have any more room on my snake for any more sorcerers. I'd have to start deleting units, start deleting other sorcerers to make room for new sorcerers. Like for example, if I wanted to get, the sorcerer some of the little Tomtoms, I'd have to delete something. So I thought everything was going good until, obviously, if you've seen that video, until it all fell back down. And I ended up dying because I got cut off by a bunch of units, ran into a bunch of units, and slowly whittled my health down until I died very quickly. But this won't happen today. Today, I'm hopefully planning to get farther than what I was last time. I think around last time I lost around boss 3 or 2. I can't remember exactly. It was a bit of time ago. But I plan on getting farther than that. Hopefully, I'll beat the game today and get to New Game Plus 2 instead of just plus 1. Let's do a quick restart run. What are we starting with? We got Jester, Scout, and Arcanist. Maybe we'll do a rogue run since we have both Jester and Scout to start with. Okay, level 1. I haven't really done that many rogue playthroughs yet. Like, I've done one on video, but it didn't go very well. And I don't think I've even done that many off video, like before when I first play this game, like before I started recording videos. I don't even think I played the rogue very much, and I don't think I've ever won with it once. Well, obviously I've never won with it because I've only beaten this game a single time before off video, and it definitely was with rogues. I can't remember what it was with. It was probably some kind of builder, mage, maybe the little crawling guys, the one that summons stuff. I can't remember which one, but it definitely wasn't a rogue. I know that because I haven't used rogues that much. I think I'm gonna buy one cleric because one thing I've learned from my videos is I will make mistakes, and so I need a bit of healing. Even if the healing unit doesn't fit the rogue class, because I don't think there is any rogue healers that have both of those, I still just need any kind of healing unit to help me heal past some of my mistakes I will inevitably make after running into a unit because I get distracted talking and don't dodge super well because of it. But hopefully that won't happen too much. I mean, it's not really a problem when it happens in the first few levels, because first few levels, you could be paying 0% attention. You could be cooking a whole meal, barely looking at all, and you could probably make it past the first few levels, because as long as you have a few attacking units, you'll kill the enemies before they can do too much, because their health is so low and they do so little contact damage that nothing can really happen that's that dangerous, as long as you're careful. Oh, a merchant, gotta get that for some extra interest. But once you get past the first few levels, once you start getting to the first boss and stuff, that's when it hits the point of you better not get hit too much, because they're gonna start punching a big hit now. They're starting to pack a big hit. The enemies aren't gonna be holding back no more. They will kill your units and your snake real fast if you're not careful. So you gotta pay attention. The unfortunate problem though with this game is sometimes you just stop paying attention, because sometimes you get so strong that you just think you're invincible. You get cocky and you're like, I don't gotta dodge that well. I can kind of just go around in circles, not thinking that hard. And then you get punished so hard when you do that, One mistake leads to 2 mistakes. 2 mistakes, 3, 4, 5, until your entire snake is gone. But hopefully that won't happen today, because I'm focusing. Okay, got a few green guys to beat. Don't let them enrage units. Once again, I think if I were to do a tier list for all of the enemy special units, green guys would probably be second to last. I think last place would probably be the blue guys, because as I've said before in my other videos, the fact that they drop a ball that explodes instead of just exploding when they die kind of makes them a lot weaker, because if they just blew up when they died, you would get cut off easily. But the fact that they drop a projectile when they die, and that projectile explodes, gives you a lot of time to like move out the way. Green guys would be second to last, mostly due to the fact that like, while they can be potentially dangerous, they very much rely on other units to be near them. Like, if there's a huge horde of red guys, they're like pretty high up danger, because they can like really cut you off with like having all these red guys run at you super fast. But if there isn't that many, like if there's only like a single green guy by itself, he literally does nothing. He has nobody to enrage, and he can't enrage himself like that. But with a lot of units, he can be dangerous, but usually not that dangerous compared to other stuff. And then if I were to put the next units, what would I put in the other tiers of the? Also, none of these things are good. I'm gonna have to like spend all my money. None of these are good. What would I put for my next thing? I think the next thing after would probably be the. We haven't seen it yet in the video. I've seen it in my previous thing, but we haven't seen this special unit yet. I don't think in videos. But there's a special enemy unit that summons little critters. That'd probably be the next one, because its critters are pretty weak, so they're pretty easy to deal with. And then after that, I would probably put the shooter. The shooter can be deadly. Like, I've literally on video lost multiple runs to the shooter because it's like shotgun right into my unit because I walked right next to it as I was shooting. But as long as you don't do that stupid maneuver and like make sure to keep your distance, the shooter isn't that deadly of a unit. Like the enemy that shoots projectiles, it can be fine. Honestly, the most deadly of them all, the orange one. Like the orange one, when there's a huge crowd of enemies, it's kind of the opposite of the green one. The orange one, instead of doing good with crowds, the orange one, if it's in a crowd of reds, is kind of weaker because it'll like, when it tries to do its charge attack, it'll run to other units. But when it's just a bunch of oranges, or like an orange by itself, or like two oranges, it can be real deadly because its charge is real fast. Sometimes it be like out of nowhere if you're not paying attention, and it can like one tap your units. Like it can just like mow through your units if you're not careful. Like it does so much damage so fast all of a sudden. And sometimes you can get really cut off if you're not like properly paying attention. Especially if there's like two at like opposite ends of the map, like this. Because then they'll like both come at you from like two different angles and you can get cut off. Okay, we got two shooter guys. Better be careful. Don't want to get knocked. Ooh. Luckily it's still early that even though that shooter guy got multiple hits on me, it did too much damage, but I do need to be careful. Honestly, I still wish I got a better power-up. Like, the power-up that does, like it's not a bad power-up. The power-up I got does, like, 10% extra damage for your first and last place attackers, but I feel like there's better stuff. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention, but I think I should have gotten the lightning strike ability, considering I have rogues who shoot a bunch of, like, low-power projectiles, so I feel like lightning strike would probably be good pairing with them, considering they shoot so many like little projectiles at once. It would have a good decent chance of like activating. But the problem is to be honest, I was so busy talking, I looked at it and then just like completely didn't think about the fact that I probably should take it. I just like started clicking re-roll without even thinking. Honestly, because I saw the re-roll cost like 0 because it was my first re-roll, so I was like, oh, re-roll. Even though, honestly, looking back at it with foresight, like, I should have got it. I really should have gotten the lightning strike, but it's over now. I'll have to make do with the 10% damage in first and last place, which isn't bad. Like, it's not useless. Like, if, like, let's say I took a power up that's like, your critters explode on death, that would be useless because I don't have 8 units that summon critters. So this thing still is good, just not the best considering the rogues are more like fast, low attack power attacks instead of like a few high attack power attacks, meaning that a percentage based like bonus isn't that strong for them. It still does something, but just not that good for the kind of unit they are. Also, I'm not getting very many rogues. I need to get some more rogues because my damage is going to start struggling to catch up soon. So I need to get some more rogues to bump up my damage. Also, I'm taking a bit of damage. I gotta heal up. Ooh, my rogue is right about to die. Also, that's the problem. It's like, by having your 2 attackers be at the front and the back because you're trying to take advantage of the 10% damage buff from the power-up, you actually put yourself in more danger because of the front and the back position are kind of the most the most in danger position, because the front is, you know, in danger of being hit when you're trying to like go through a crowd of enemies real quick. You might end up being like, they might get hit. And the back is also pretty dangerous because if you're trying to like run away from the enemy, you know, right before you escape a big crowd, like they might be able to hit the last unit on the back of your snake before you like, just before you're able to like get through a crowd. Like, see, like this, they're able to like almost get your unit right as you're about to escape. They'll hit like the last units of their snake. So the last position can be kind of dangerous. So it's kind of not good to have your attacker be at the like first and last positions, because if you lose all your attackers, there's 0 chance of winning the wave, because, well, you need an attacker to kill the enemies, because you can't just melee all the enemies when it's a really high level wave, because you just want enough health. Maybe it's technically it's possible if, let's say, the last unit is a healer, because healers, even though they'll take a bunch of damage meleeing the units, they'll just be able to heal after. But it's not the best, especially against bosses. Like, whenever you fight a boss with a healer, the problem is bosses don't take that much contact damage from like you running into them. Also, they don't take knockback. Like, they don't really take much knockback, so you can't benefit from like power-ups. Like, if you knock an enemy into a wall, they take way more damage. Or like, there's a power-up that's like, if you knock an enemy into a wall, they'll explode into like projectiles. You can't really use that because bosses take like no knockback at all, compared to like basic enemies, which get flinged by knockback. Also, I'm pretty sure that even if you did knock the boss in a wall, it isn't gonna explode like the basic enemies. Basic enemies, you knock them to the wall with that power, they'll blow up. A boss obviously wouldn't do that, because that'd be OP if you like killed the boss in one hit by knocking to the wall. Not that you really could knock into a wall without like a unit specializing in knockback, which I don't even remember if a knockback unit can even knock the boss into a wall. Like, I know Contact doesn't do it, but there's those Forcer units who like have knockback. But I'm pretty sure, I can't remember because I don't use them that often, but I think they do a bit of knockback to bosses, but not enough to like cause the boss to take a bunch of damage from getting hit to a wall. Also, right now, this situation's a bit bad. I'm not being able to do very much damage with this. Wait, I didn't even notice this. The reason why I'm not doing any damage is because I'm pretty sure the rogue I have right now is the Jester, who doesn't shoot projectiles. He shoots a curse that causes enemies to blow up if they die, which is pretty bad because, wait a minute. How am I supposed to kill a boss with that? The curse itself doesn't do damage. Okay, now it's completely over. I was about to say, I mean, technically there's a chance with the healer, because what I can do is curse the enemies, run into them, killing them, causing them to blow up projectiles, and then just heal all the damage I take with the healers, you know, with the cleric's like healing orbs. But now that the cleric is gone, there's no chance. I might as well just run to enemies, because the Jester can't kill the enemies by themselves. All it can do is just curse them, and the curse doesn't do any damage. So that was a run that's going to end. It's only been 14 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and start another run now. There's no reason to end the video this early with a run that bad. Okay, what will I do? I'll do a archer. I guess I'll do a ranger run this time, so I'll have a archer and a cleric. Okay, level 1. Archers, kind of similar to the rogues, because, you know, rogues, they shoot, you know, they shoot like projectiles to hit, you know, like 1, maybe 2 enemies, depending on if they have pierce. They just shoot like fast projectiles. Archers, kind of similar. They shoot the fast projectiles, you know, they're specialized more in like single target damage over area damage, just like the rogues. Like, you know, rogues, archers, more single target damage. You know, forcers and nukers, they're more like area effect damage. So that makes the rogues and the rangers pretty similar in that aspect. So I'm kind of just doing the same run that I was just doing before, but instead of rogues, I have rangers. Which also means that that lightning power-up I was just talking about that I should have used for the rogues would also be pretty good to get for this ranger build I'm going for, if I can get it. Hopefully I get it first try, without having to use a reroll. Though there's also other abilities that could be better than it. But if there isn't, I'll just take the lightning power-up. If there isn't any appearing, I'll just take the lightning power if it shows up. Which it does show up a pretty often time. Like I've seen the lightning power appear in like almost every run. Like I haven't gotten every run, but I've almost always seen it appear on my first or second reroll. Strangely enough. Like it seems pretty common at appearing. Okay, just gotta finish this run. Sadly, one archer is not very good damage by himself. Like he can do some decent damage. Plus, luckily, he doesn't have he doesn't just have like one target damage. Like because he has pierce, he can hit multiple targets. So it's not like the slowest thing in the world, but it is still like pretty slow by himself. Like I really gotta get another one, hopefully. I don't remember what are the other rangers again. I know I've done like 1 or 2 ranger builds in like different videos that I've had, so I should remember some of them, but I can't remember fully. What is it? I know there is a builder one. It is the sentry. Yes, I think this is it. The sentry, or is it another name? I can't remember exactly what the name of the ranger who drops it's the one who drops the one that turns around in a circle. The one I was kind of saying was horrible because it's so inaccurate because it constantly spins in a circle. So oftentimes just miss the enemies. And then there's the other one. I also remember there's the double gunner. Because the double gunner, like that was the whole reason why the last time I did a ranger playthrough that was good. The whole reason why it was good is because I started off with a double gunner. Double gunner is just nice. Like the fact that it like shoots 2 projectiles at once like pretty fast, like lets it like insta kill each unit pretty easily. So starting with the double gunner, pretty great. Sadly, this run did not start with the double gunner. It started with just a single sad archer and a cleric. Not much attack potential yet. So hopefully I will get another ranger soon. Though I can't really remember any more rangers that exist besides the sentry and the double gunner, and then the archer I currently have. I can't remember what the other ones are. Because I know there's like at least, I think like, there's probably at least like 5 units or so for every, there's at least like 6 units for every class, I'm pretty sure. Because every class, you know, has like a power up for, you know, having that many units of a class. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, each you know, family of units has like they'll either be like 2, 4, 6, or they'll be like 3, 6 of these units. You'll get like these increased amount of buffs. So considering one of the buffs for the rangers requires you to have 6 rangers, obviously there has to be 6 rangers in this game. I just only remember 3 of them. I don't remember the other 3 are. But yeah, these waves are definitely very slow to clear up with only 1 ranger. Okay, what are we gonna get? None of these look very good. Yeah, these are all bad for rangers. Fine. Barrage, Ricochet, DOT. Oh man, why am I getting so much like cursor, like stuff for like cursors? Like I'm not really getting any good like attack like rangers. Oh well, here's something with rangers actually. But is it good? You know, if you think about this, isn't this kind of the same thing in a way? Like this ranger arrows have a chance to do knockback, attacks have a chance to do knockback. They kind of do the same thing. So I'm gonna try getting this. Ranger arrows have a chance to do knockback. I don't know if it's any good, but you know, if it's a ranger specific perk, so I'm gonna get it since I'm doing a ranger build. Though something like lightning strike, the lightning chain ability would probably be better, since it would help me do more AoE damage, which the archer is kind of struggling with despite having piercing. Okay, dodge the like exploding blue projectile. Yeah, these levels are going super slow with only a single archer. I need that double gunner so bad. So the problem is, considering how much he costs, if he costs like what, 2 or 3, he has to be a pretty high rarity unit, which means, you know, you're very unlikely to get him with my shop being as low level as it is right now. Not very likely. Like, the fact that I got him as my first unit one run was pretty lucky. Okay, be careful not to get hit too much. Though it shouldn't really matter because I'll just heal up, considering how little units there are. I easily have enough time to heal. Gotta kill all the units. Make sure to be careful of the blue guy and the green guy cutting me off. Though not that the blue guy is much threat though by himself. And arena clear. And man, just another archer. I'm not getting very many new rangers, unfortunately, which is kind of annoying. I need a lot more if I'm to be able to beat the first boss, because one archer, it ain't gonna cut it. Like 2 rogues couldn't even do that much damage to the boss. Though a lot of it was because they died so quickly that they didn't have a chance to do much damage. But they did still get a decent amount of hits, yet they only killed like 10% of the boss's health. So what's like a single archer supposed to do? Like, it's gonna do nothing. So I definitely need to get myself another ranger. Hopefully. I've been seeing a lot of the blue guys this run. Which is pretty good, because they're pretty weak. In comparison to like the last run where I got a lot more like the shooting guys are definitely way more dangerous than the blue guys. Finish up this wave. Still got 2 more waves to go though. I don't think I've been seeing the arrows do much knockback. Well, I mean, it is a 10% chance the arrows will do knockback. But yeah, I haven't been seeing it do that much despite how many units I've been hitting. So it is possible I just haven't noticed it because I'm not paying that much attention. Not in these early levels. It's too early for me to be paying that much attention. There ain't nothing that deadly yet that I have to be careful of. Okay, finish up this wave. 1 more wave to go through. Just a bunch of red guys. But yeah, like, look, I'm like hitting 5 units at a time with these arrows, yet none of them getting knocked back. Not a single knockback yet for my arrows. That 10% chance is very low, is a very low chance I'm seeing. It is not happening very often, if at all. I don't think I've seen it once. Like I don't know, did that unit that got knocked back because of me hitting it with my like melee, or did it get hit by a blunt arrow? I don't know. It did get hit like really far. Also, this is an elite wave. So I think the boss is gonna be here. So I'd like to have an ranger, which, wow, look at that luck. Literally click the button, boom, immediately a ranger. Like, I don't want to spend all my money because I'd like to get interest, but I have to get like a few more rangers, or else I'll be in a bit of danger. So let me try to let me see if I can find at least 1 more. Okay, just another upgrade for this sentry. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get much more, but hey, at least I got 1 more ranger. Better than just having a single archer. It's better than that. Even though I don't think the little sentry turret is going to be doing much hitting on the boss, considering how inaccurate it can be. Like, it's great if it spawns like right in the middle of a crowd, because, you know, if it's in the middle of a crowd, it can't miss really. But when it's trying to like hit a unit from a far distance, it's not. Unless it gets a real lucky hit, it's not. Like, look, it didn't hit that, despite it being 2 sentries at once. None of the projectiles were like hitting the boss, like, at all. Like, they were definitely not being the most accurate at that moment. Also, I'm taking a lot of damage. Once again, my archer's about to die, which would be pretty bad considering he's the only... Well, I was about to say, considering he's the only unit that can, like, precisely target one specific unit, it'd be pretty bad to have him die. And then that's exactly what happens. And then now every unit has died. And the run's ended. So much for reaching the third boss, huh? Neither of the runs reached farther than the first boss. Well, that's the end of this video. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you like this video. Bye.